definitive. Defeat for the Gunners. They could probably forget about the title. Defeat for United. They could probably forget about top 3 in Europe. No pressure then. Massive crowd to watch two of this division's most exciting sides, chock full of stars from home and abroad. There is much to which we can look forward here for sure. Eyebrows raised by the home team sheet, not least because former United striker Alessio Russo is benched, and that's having started every single league game this season before today, and so is Caitlin Ford, who started all but one. International duty means no Fox, a minor injury means no Williamson, La Codina starts at the back for the first time since October, Blackstenius gets that rare go up front, and D'Angelo starts in goal, not Zinsberg. For Manchester United, the swaps are far fewer and far more straightforward here. Selection differing by only 2 from last time out. Both of those changes come in attack, with Jayce and Lucia Garcia coming in to replace Melvin Mallard and Leah Galton, who's not been well but is well enough for the United bench. Last night's victory for Manchester City away at Chelsea was such a headline maker, and it does a lot for all those below in various different ways. For both of these two, in a way you say it reins Chelsea in, but in another way it takes Manchester City further away from them. It'll make Arsenal feel like they're more in the title race than they were 24 hours ago for sure, which in turn has that knock-on effect for Manchester United, who simply cannot afford to lose this, you wouldn't think. 4 points behind now. If that was 7 after this with 8 games to go, you really couldn't see Arsenal letting that lead slip in terms of a top 3 finish. You really couldn't see Manchester United making it up even with a nigh-on perfect finish. Kirsty Dowell is the referee. Katie Zellum, Kim Little, 2 super experienced midfielders, both wearing their respective number 10 shirts as ever. There is a forward in serious form, and England recall for Nikita Parris following an incredible run of goals. Blasted her way up to 15 of them in no time. A red-hot new year. Never really got going as an Arsenal forward, but now hunting them down today. Smiling for now, the 2 coaches, but not for long, one suspects. So it's already been a headline weekend at the top of the Barclays WSL table. Second beat first last night, giving third hope that they can catch first, but fourth have come to third, hoping to close the gap on them. I hope you got all that crystal clear. Here we go. And a reshuffle in the Arsenal lineup. We will hope more Emirates joy. They've had some great games here, some big wins, bigger than the one that afflicted Chelsea, their biggest WSL defeat in 5 years. Problems here as Parris goes through. She's asking the question. Sabrina D'Angelo came for a ball she was never going to get here. Well, rash and risky and relieved. After that corner and not got there either. It's a big pull that. Narsson back in for Manchester United. Really made the most perfect start. This is again Lisa Narsson. Varty sticking with her as the hand crowd get stuck in. Sabrina D'Angelo was the subject of one of the first questions asked to Jonas Eidevall pre-match here. She only started one league game this season, but did well in the cup, and he said that's why she's kept her place. Funnily enough, the only league start she's made this season, the only game Zinsberger has not started, was the away game at Manchester United. What a goal decided that, by the way, Chloe Lacasse in stoppage time. If you've not seen it, look it up. Laia Codina back to the Canadian keeper here. Gemma Evans hurling it long, too far for Paris. Codina being closed down by Chase. Pull of the shirt there. Mr. Dal saw it all right. Big decisions here early on. Risky manoeuvre. Codina taking something of a risk there. There was covering defence, but even so, it would have been 50-50 as to whether Chase or keeper would have got there first. Ropey start. Back from Arsenal, Manchester United. The free kick here, and you know who'll be delivering that, because she always does. To Katie Zeller. That was pretty comfortable looking for D'Angelo, who dropped it, and the foul given. This is ragged from the Gunners at the back here. That is a routine catch. Lucia Garcia is just standing there, really. That is not a foul. Not that it went in anyway. The other side of that might be if he's made an error in his selection here today. Here's Ella Toon. Lucia Garcia. For Arsenal to just get a breath. This side have put on a pressurising start here, Mark Skinner. Should have back-to-back league wins against Villa, and Brighton beat Southampton in the Cup too. The mood is better. Around the corner there for Katie McCabe. Just for a moment, Arsenal threatening to get into United territory. For very long, there's Stina Blackstenius. 6 goals in the Cups for the Swede this term, 4 in the league. As I mentioned, generally not starting games. Comes on in pretty much all of them. Started at United and scored. Starting here today. A bit surprised that Alessia Russo is not. No injury apparently. Nicely played. There's Kim Litter. Needs someone providing width, and Catley does that now. Lacasse. Selim is there. cross from Mead. Really turn it back with the defensive header, and Arsenal seem to have just settled into it now. They're asking the questions and making the passes complete in the United half. 4-0 win at London City Lionesses in the League Cup for Arsenal midweek. Tony Lucas going forward. Blundell conceding the corner. Tough one to call even with the second viewing, never mind only a first. Arsenal corner. Solid punch. Solid goalkeeper. Rios. Dave gets it back to Bet Mead. Good ball in towards Blackstenius. Anywhere will do for Nilsson. Good use of the body there from Nikita Paris. Made sure Katie McCabe would make contact. And it usually brings a whistle these days. 3 recent braces for Nikita Paris. She's up to 8 league goals, which is already double her tally for the whole of last season in the WSL, Nikita Paris. Something for Serena Wiegmann to think about. Back by Cass's Valti. Mead taking up a dangerous position, but Valti playing it safe, although Kathy's telling her where to put it now. That is a lovely weighted pass. The cross coming towards Mead. Emma Evans is there to put it out. Starts now with the various options not available for Manchester United. Emma Evans at full-back, Hannah Blundell switching sides. McCabe delivers. Oh, it's in! I think it's an own goal. Doesn't matter who it's off, Arsenal in front. They rode out 5 minutes of pressure and looked dodgy at the back themselves. But this huge Emirates crowd has lifted off. It's Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0. It looked like it flicked off Chase in the middle. Nothing Marriott can do from there. Chase back in the side for her goals, but not at that end. Pressure. Manchester United are now under a whole heap of it themselves, because right now there are 7 points between these two sides. Brilliant noise, brilliant stadium, brilliant to see. Playing from this division, drawing such a huge crowd again. It's been an absolute thrill for these players to play in front of such numbers. Very relieved Sabrina D'Angelo here. Lovely distribution to Catley. Arsenal have scored a goal inside the opening 15 minutes. Funnily enough, they started the campaign in the opposite fashion. All they could do, but to great effect, was score very late goals that rescued them. May or may not have the own goal going down against her. Certainly got the big chunk of it. Yeah, a whisker of Laetitia as well on the way through, but either way, it's an own goal. It's an Arsenal lead. That is super precious. And this big weekend in the women's top flight, with the top four playing one another. Who got sucked into that. Little. Wasn't a perfect ball that from Beth Mead, in fairness. Kim Little has so many attributes, but these days pace is not one of them. Wasn't that tough a pass, it was too far in front for Scott, really. Made it a 50-50 when it shouldn't have been. Offside. Unusually sloppy, Beth Mead. Here's the Laetitia touch after that of Jace. It was probably going straight at Mary Earps, wasn't it? Difficult to know that. If Jace there is an Arsenal player and she puts it in off the knee of Laetitia, that's not going down as an own goal because it's a shot on target from the attacker. Anyway, doesn't matter whose it is. Neither of them will want it. One of them's got it. Manchester United have to turn things around here. Lucia Garcia. Disappointing cross. A substitute than a starter, Garcia. Not quite as much as the evergreen Rachel Williams, who's only ever a substitute. The best goal-scoring substitute this league has ever seen, I might add. She had there. Look at Nikita Paris closing down La Guadina here. Poor distribution. Great experience with Barcelona, La Guadina. Was brought in, according to the boss. The principal factor was, with Raffaele having left, that she'd be the one who could add them a dimension from the back, with their passing from the back. A couple away already here, funnily enough. Now, Chloe Lacasse, the new arrival. Flicker in the summer, Lacasse. Little layoff. Nicely done. Good football this from Arsenal. Mead has made the room. That looked like it was heading for the far corner, didn't it? Until it hit the head of Millie Turner. Big block from the big defender. This looked good when it left Mead's boot. Have a look from this angle here. Definitely towards the side netting. Maybe the diving Earps gets a fingertip, maybe she doesn't. It's an important bit of defending for sure from Millie Turner. I reckon that's in. It's over Earps. picked it up. During regular starts this term, Victoria Pellowa. To wait a while to get them. And coming this season, she's the target of that pass. Blackstenius, plenty of red and white shirts forward, including Pellowa. Tackle from Zelen, Toon immediately under pressure. Watching him this league forever. Regular as a teenager for Brighton, week in, week out. That's part of the reason why he's Kim Little, to a regular partner in there, Leah Balti. Giving it away in search of Chloe Lacasse. Past that from Marcodina. Okay, turns just a bit of it to Lucia Garcia. The dummy from the other side of Al. Lost 4 times. That's the competitions this season, Arsenal. That's if you don't include a penalty shootout exit, but clearly that's a defeat of sorts. To Paris in the Champions League, of course. Can't really afford another one. Chelsea soon. There's Lacasse. She's overplayed it. It's a record crowd here on the opening day for one of those defeats. That was against Liverpool. Lost 1-0 at Tottenham in the last game of last year. And then West Ham in the league away. Remarkable, really. Did lose 1-0 at home to Manchester City. Can't, but those league defeats. West Ham, Liverpool, Tottenham. Kind of games you'd expect the Gunners to lose. Of course, very nearly beaten by Manchester United in the last they met. Moving up to Blackstenius here. Letitia with some stand-up defending to do. That's good, Blackstenius. And another Millie Turner intervention to get in the way. Ruben Moy with the ball forward. Lacasse with the header on and just about onside by the looks of it. Stina Blackstenius. Well, they look much the better side now. They were stone cold for the opening minutes and have been excellent since. Arsenal. Here's Catley. What's the plan? season, United. They only won 2 of their first 7 games. Then they had an excellent run, and then that winter wobble, which is why they are where they are. Can't really have a wobble in this league and get away with it, because it's only 22 games long. Good challenge from Evans, typically wholehearted. So we're signing from Reading. Old school defender, really. Dropping short. Not really seen much of a tune on the ball in this game. This is right on cue. Lucia Garcia pointing in behind where she wanted that ball. Just needed a bit more on it. She's still going to try and turn it into something here. Through the legs of Katie McCabe. That was brilliant. So nearly found Paris. Last season, Manchester United, even though they were good to watch and did score plenty of goals too. So, the main reason really the results being less good this time around, it took them 6 games to get the first clean sheet. The only recent one in the WSL was one at the start of this month against Brighton. The best record in the division last season in that regard, only conceded 12 goals, Manchester United. That is brilliant. Chloe Lacasse was pulled closely. And that's going to be a card for Anna Blundell. Confident, floaty run, blatant trip. Yellow card and a free kick in a tasty position. So a nice bit of skill before a shot from that kind of range, wasn't it, when Chloe Lacasse levelled for Arsenal in the 92nd, 93rd minute. Manchester United for 2-2 earlier in the campaign. Mead is here with the right foot. Steph Catley is also there with the left. I think it would be the former. There she is. England colleague Maria organising her wall. Is Catley going to go blindside? That looks on from here as well, you know. No, it's Mead. It's pretty decent. Just off target. Goals this season for Beth Mead, 1 in the Cup, 4 in this division. Including that one in November against West Ham. Joy in her face was so evident. First goal in over a year, that was, the long injury layoff. She went quite a few appearances without a goal in that spell. A little bit dicey at the back there, but Manchester United now on the drive. To Jace, and Jace having a go at Wubben Moy, trying to go around the outside. Nearly got there. Strong defending. That's Wubben Moy. Started all but one back there for Arsenal this season. Wasn't necessarily the pre-season expectation. Now two, that's definitely worth a hit. Oh, huge deflection! Oh, the fine margins of football. That's off La Codina, and it's a couple of inches wide. Deflection at the other end has put Arsenal in front of this match. Look how close this was to 1-1. Oh! Angelo, obviously, getting ready to go right. Prayers answered. Still a corner though. Towards Garcia and Nielsen, who's got right underneath that. Some serious backspin here. Clever header from Lucas, and away it goes. In this half an hour, haven't got the ball in front of goal yet. Leeds foul, United's free kick. There's plenty of space in behind that line of players on the 18-yard line here. Drop that ball in there for the runners. Myla Tissier lurking. At the moment, get a bit of a free run here around the back, the United defender. I feel referees are just waiting for a push. Down spotted one in there. Everyone doing it. With Turbine Potsdam, what a brilliant, relentlessly solid player she's been on the ball here. Simple, efficient, important, reliable. Need barreling in on Gemma Evans will be able to take that kind of hit without any issue. Do a bit of lip reading there. I think the gist is that's two fouls I've just had to whistle you for in no time. Don't do it again. Talked at the top of the show about the United scoring streak. 20 games in a row. Best ever streak. We've got an hour to get one here. Jace on the charge. Catley matching a stride for stride. Paris. nurse tried to take the touch so she could have the shot. It's actually Ella too who does. Actually scored in every game across all the competitions this season. Last time they were shut out was Chelsea in the spring. So, not expected to stay 1-0. That has to be a card. She may be jogging away. Gemma Evans, but she knew what she was doing. Yep, she's booked. Worth making, one of those deemed by Evans, but she's now got an hour up against one of the best in the business. 6 fouls cannot reoccur. Both Manchester United fullbacks booked. Might be something to keep an eye on that. Another foul here, another Arsenal free kick. Beautiful pass from me. Talaba just behind Blackstenius. Oh, you're kidding me. It's another ricochet. Chloe Lacasse with the finish this time. Her against United again. And this one's 2-0. Thousands of Gunners fans celebrating what is, to be fair, a slightly flattering lead. The fine margins have gone their way for sure. That pass is behind Blackstenius. Katie Zellam's gone for the clearance, and it's a pinball header. What quick thinking from Lacasse. If she even had time to think. She did. Enough to give it a bit of a steer. Well, Manchester United have played a huge unwitting part in the 2 goals they've conceded here. What a cushion for Arsenal in this game and in the table. Here again through the legs of McCabe. This United team that always score, well, they've got to score too. That is a different proposition. Certainly not beyond them, certainly not the firepower they've got. Funnily enough, the main test for Sabrina D'Angelo in this game would be self-inflicted, really. That ricochet off the Ella Toon shot. Fraction the wrong side of the post. United will feel hard done by on both goals here, but anyway, not for that kind of self-pity. Maybe afterwards, but not in match. You're in trouble here. Unlikely to be caught in 4th, but 4th has no prize attached. Just United there. The problem is, if it stays like this, hugely unlikely to be catching Arsenal as it may be, or City, or even Chelsea conceivably for 3rd. That's can't see that. 8 games left after this. It's actually just gone a bit quiet. Scrapping away, but illegally so. Everything going Arsenal's way. It's Katie McCabe. Always. Oh, really? for that. Katie McCabe has been sent off against Manchester United before. She is no stranger to a card. And Tim wasn't getting out of the way without a bit of a help. That helping hand has turned into a helping shove, and McCabe has been cautioned.
Thought she was doing a good bit of defending there with that clearance. Scooped it straight onto the head of Lacasse. Really good header with no time to think about it. Really unusual goal. Try and think of the last time you saw a goal like that. Defender effectively pinging a good clearance that becomes a cross onto someone's head. Evans on McCabe. McCabe a little theatrical, but remember, Evans has been cautioned already. McCabe. The foot's caught in mid-air, just there, yeah, the back of the heel. Sure, it's a particularly naughty challenge by Gemma Evans. It's possibly a slightly naughty overreaction from Katie McCabe. Obviously felt something there on the heel. There's a scud. Painful. A little breather and a pre-half-time team talk for Mark Skinner. There he is. So nearly had the double last term, ended up with nothing. This season's looking far tougher. No recruitment in the window either for Manchester United, in or out. Obviously a fair bit in the summer. Murad coming in. Gemma Evans herself. Cave is okay. Arsenal very much in the box seat. Asking the question, the owner side of Al saying, that'll do, don't worry, we're winning 2-0, behave yourself, you're on a card. Garcia, off Pelova. By Codina. There is Evans. They have to try and play a little higher up, aren't they, Manchester United? Stenius battling hard. Billy Turner following her all the way. Earwig on the side of Val there. Seems to be something along the lines of that. Getting too deep. Knocked out by Turner. Headed on by me. There's Kim Little. Here's Pelova. Dutch international breakdown for a long time. Tyrone Pelova, but took a while to break into Arsenal's lineup. Now here's Lacasse. Nice little lead for 3. Penalty. And Evans has to be very careful. Is she going to maybe be let off the second card here because the penalty's been given? She said I didn't touch her.
Well, the first touch from Beth Mead here isn't good, which is why it's got away from her. You can see the left foot of Gemma Evans coming in, and the contact is there. It's absolutely a penalty. A nightmare first half for Manchester United, and you wouldn't have believed that possible given the start it looked like Arsenal were having. They were all over the place in those opening minutes. United nearly scored a couple of times. You know who'll be taking the ball? Kim Little. 2 minutes before half-time. And this game that promised to be a cracking, tight battle, two high-scoring sides who always seem to slug it out to really entertain us all, is about to be absolutely blown in Arsenal's favour here if Kim Little can finish this off, because you can't see United getting back from 3 down. Huge moment at a big time in the game. Kim Little makes no mistake. It is 3-0. The top of the table is tightening right up. Manchester United are not a part of that picture. They could not have conceived of it going any better than this. Arsenal 3, Manchester United 0. Shell-shocked, I would suspect, Manchester United. I'm not for a second suggesting they've been excellent in this half, because they haven't really got going themselves, but Arsenal have not been 3 goals better, that is for sure. Doesn't say how, just says how many. Arsenal have got 3 of them. Manchester United haven't got any at all. There's Millie Turner. Couple of penalties in a week for Kim Little. Got one against London City Lionesses last time out. They'll feel pretty stunned by this Manchester United. He will know that it's not necessarily representative. What we've really got to do here is just try, whenever it comes, to get the next goal in this game and take it from there. If they start thinking about the fact they're 3 goals down too often, I'm just going to think we can come back from that against a team as good as Arsenal. Let's get the next one and see. La Codina. Lost the throw. Together in the interval. Had 90 seconds of the 4 added minutes in. The pass. Mead.
fight the way for this on the side of home. Kind of expected it to look this comfortable at the interval. The new deal last summer got all the signings he wanted, in his words. Having won his first silverware with the club as coach. Defence of the League Cup continues. Semi-final coming up against Aston Villa. Start of next month. Chelsea and Manchester City meeting yet again in the other semi-final. Cass enjoying herself today. Not by Laetitia, because most certainly not. Belova. Fortunate to get it back. Stenius. Mead is wide. Oh, it's clever from Mead. Surely not four. Catley blocked. Mead blocked. There's no way through there. Mead came flying in there. That was hard. It was low on Nikita Parris, but it was really hard. You could hear the yelp. The half-time whistle goes, and this bumper Emirates crowd is loving it. Arsenal haven't been absolutely brilliant, but the scoreline certainly is. Letitia's own goal, followed by some clever, quick improvisation from Chloe Lacasse and a Kim Little penalty. That have Arsenal in dreamland here. Lead Manchester United by 3-0 and by 7 points in the table as it stands. What a half-time scoreline for the hosts. Rumours were that she'd been feeling unwell, not well enough to start the game, but if you're well enough to play the second 45, you probably could have played the first 45. But anyway, that was the decision made by United management to leave her out. She's on now. There is Galton. He scored in the 2-2 against Arsenal. Near Galton. Here's Toon. Nicely done for Katie Zellum. Garcia nearly set free by that. Well, he had to do something pretty bold, Mark Skinner. He's left all his attacking players on, brought on Galton. Taken off Gemma Evans. Although you will see her playing on the left, she's not really going to be a left back, is she? Needs must. And Manchester United need
8 minutes to substitute in the League Cup. It's London City Lionesses. Robin Moy checking if Rivalti is okay. I guess why would you make any risky manoeuvres this late on in a game that is won? Well, yes or no? Maybe not. Maybe it's not a risk. She got all excited then, has to sit back down, Vivienne Leah. On goes the bib. The dream back on the shelf for another day. To 6, of course, if it's sufficiently concussion. Leah Dalton still talking as Melvin Mallard bears down on goal, and Lacasse has been filling in as a fullback. Been quite a lot of reshuffling in this Arsenal team, even ahead of kick-off, never mind since. Oh, D'Angelo came and didn't get there. And they do have their goal. We have seen some curious finishing today. That one seems to have hit Lucia Garcia, a bit like the Lacasse one earlier. Just a sharp reflex steer goalward. Arsenal were not awake for this corner one little bit. It's come over the crowd. Garcia had her left leg out and has then just readjusted her right. Look at that. It's another weird one. Have at least maintained their remarkable record of scoring in every single game this season. It's not going to get them anything other than a little bit better of the goal difference column. It's 3-1. Garcia again with the cutback. I suspect we'll be going round about at 99 or 100 minutes. United trying to make a game of it. Very final stages. Well, if you go with the old cliches, Manchester United like they're going to win the second half. Here's Garcia, and that's just up there. No clean sheet for the underemployed D'Angelo. Chased by Williams. Nicely done by Russo, wasn't it? Arsenal going to be 3 points behind the top two with 8 to play. Their goal difference, incidentally, is vastly inferior to the pair of them. Chelsea and Manchester City 10 better off, both of them, than Arsenal, but even so. Friday night, March the 15th at Stamford Bridge is the next big 6-pointer that's coming. Arsenal can do a league double over Chelsea and win that one, and that'll be no easy feat, obviously. But if they could, my goodness, what that will mean for their league race this term. So, she adds this one to the goal she scored against West Ham and Aston Villa. All her goals last term came WSL, quite often from the bench. Her and Rachel Williams doing that job very well. Obviously, they have Russo then. Into the 100th minute. Wiedemann. Any need to go for the corner flag when it's this late, and risking a kick, you'd have thought. Now trying to turn this into something. Marie Lacasse started as left wing and ends at right back. Katie McCabe started at right back and ends at left back. Letitia starting the game, the ball going in off her knee, past her own keeper. Pretty much everything could have gone wrong for Manchester United since then has. So that very late consolation. If we can call it that. A clenched fist from the underside of Al. Who knows what a momentous weekend this has been at the top of the Barclays Women's Super League. His side have done their bit with some help from Manchester City last night. And not much opposition from Manchester United today, it has to be said. Fair bit of fortune about all three of the Arsenal goals and indeed Manchester United's late response here, but no question about who the better side was. From minute 5 to minute 100, it was